Greetings and welcome to the energy of Pisces. There could be a choice that you are trying to make. It's between two hearts or two halves. Um, it's not your responsibility, but you could be holding yourself responsible for this choice. One result that may come from it is a great bearing on pain and expectation through especially romance or expectations of the self, trying to understand your place within a friendship or a relationship, excuse me, or your place in it or place without it. There's a way for you to revolve and come into mastery of the mind. And the King of Swords has been everywhere in mutable signs, so that is good because King of Swords is pretty fixed. So there's a sharpening, a polishing of the sword that is outside of its sheath. Okay, and what emerges from this? Once again, the choice. Okay, Gemini season has been very difficult or good. Um, There is a rite of passage here that has to do with cutting through cycles of the mind, okay? These cycles that once caused a great deal of pain are now giving you a sense of clarity. And currently, there is a movement for the energy of Pisces into blessings, okay? The singularity is showing um, the expectations, especially from patriarchs within society or within your family unit. These are people who claim to know what you need in terms of manifesting a sense of stabilization, a place of rest or a place of shelter. But I think you possibly know better. You have your own vision in terms of this, and there's the six of rods emerging out of this. Okay, so Pisces is on a mission. This mission is of great urgency, but also there's something that you've been blessed by something said or something done in terms of the goodness that comes from your lineage or the goodness that comes from the power that you are running away from, a self empowerment, a self aggrandizement that you don't necessarily want. With the energy of Gemini, there is a possibility to once again cut through this, but then what may emerge out of this is a sense that you are still a student of the mind that moves, the mind that creates expectation. There is a evolution of fire and yeah, fire big time. So we have the 4, the 6, and the 10. Okay, the difference of 4. So there's a feedback loop here of dualistic structures that are infused with passions or infused with the inspiration of platform. And it could be that you're jumping from platform to platform, trying to make sense of it all. But as you do this, you may be jumping way too fast, and there's a need for the mind to catch up in some sort of way and to understand how, especially if you're not careful, how things can become a burden, how jumping from platform to platform can be a burden, unless you have that magical Harry Potter three quarters platform somehow. There is also a need for travel and a need for travel of the mind, but also of the spirit, in order to find a sense of perspective. Okay. But therein we have it. If you take the 4 of rods that has emerged out of the timelessness, if you want to call it, of this reading, there is a possibility of having those 4 of rods and dividing them by 2. A choice is being made between what was and what is going to be. Yet you are oscillating between the manifestation of both of these in terms of memory. Memory can be well constructed to the point of artifice and soak in the future. And this whole artificial floppiness of so called pure thoughts, it's helping you to understand how the very platform on which these thoughts are can be faulty. Left brain, right brain, or various grooves within the multiverse, neural system, uh, jumping from wave to wave, or from groove to groove, or from thought to thought. Okay, it's a choice that you are making in order to find what? It's one of two things. Okay, one revolves around the impetus of bringing something great in, being able to become extremely passive on both respects. There's a passive inclination here that has to do with the relaxation of the mind. I think any choice that you make now will lead to that, and with that, there is also the ability to conquer fears. As far as the advice goes, intuitively, the eclipse season has programmed a great deal of genius in you, intuitive resonance. It's your job to understand how the Gemini eclipse season has been informative in that respect. The student is emerging, and practice and well consideration into how the mind operates is going to help you to make the right choice, any of which will ironically lead to the alleviation of cycles of the mind. That is what I see for the energy of Pisces. Thank you. Bye bye.